Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. It's currently Monday and today I'm going to be working on some coloring page stuff and some order packing. Today I thought I would do a little throwback for my look with some pink hair and my old Galaxy sweater, just like the old days. Hey! Ah! Give me that camera! Ah! We have an imposter in our midst. But yes, you guys suggested I get a mannequin for the shirt photography, and I thought that was such a great idea, so I got one. They're not actually that expensive. I thought they'd be a lot more money. This is a basic one that doesn't really articulate, but it was 90 bucks. And that'll just save me so much hassle with trying to photograph myself, because I either, take the little pen from my phone and use it as a shutter, but then I have to take the pictures on my phone, or I use the camera, try to set a timer, but it's so hard because it'll establish the focus as soon as you push the button on the camera. So if you step back, you're out of focus, and it's a pain in the butt. So this will save me a lot of hassle. So prepare to see mannequin pictures on the website. I have no idea where I'm gonna store this thing. It's here right now, but I had to turn the table to fit her there. And she's there because I unboxed her on live stream and set her up on Friday. So she needs to go somewhere else permanently. There might be room for her in the furnace room. But this thing has spooked me multiple times already, especially day one of setting her up. Like, I'd go to the bathroom and then I'd walk out and just have a second of panic, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's the mannequin. She spooked me like 10 times already. I come out and I just see this, like, looks like someone's standing there, right? So she's spooking me. And she's not going to stay dressed like this. That's just for the live stream. Oh my god, we have two Kikis. Wait, which one's the real Kiki? That one or that one? Christian called out this Midna as an imposter because Midna doesn't sit on our shoulders. It's 11:30 in the morning right now. So far today, I've done about an hour of bookkeeping stuff because my business year end just happened. And so I'm trying to get my accounting in order so I can give it to my accountant later this month. And so I'm going to chip away at that like an hour a day until I'm done. And then I was looking into YouTube's auto dub feature because that enabled itself a few months ago. And I'm seeing videos from people online saying it's hurting their view count, because you'd think it would help having your video out in more languages, but viewers hate the auto dub for one. And then your video is being recommended against videos in other languages, which might not be actually relevant. Like, the viewer might not be interested in that. Plus, like my videos, they have English words in the thumbnail. So the person's going to know immediately it's auto-dubbed, and they're probably just going to scroll past it. Or maybe someone clicks on it, realizes it's auto-dub, and then dips. Like, typically, when there's a new feature, platforms want you to use the new feature, and they'll push people who are using the feature. But I feel like this one's maybe just hurting. So I turned off the feature, and then I was deleting the audio tracks from some of my most recent vlogs, but it takes forever because there'll be like 23 languages and you have to delete them one by one from each video. And then you also have to separately delete the title and description. So it's like 23 things to delete here and then another 23. Then that's just one video. Then you move on to the next one. Yeah, so it was taking too long. But I got at least my 4 or so most recent videos done. Then I was looking into this new partnership with Chit and Trexity, because Canada Post is on strike right now and I'm going to be shipping stuff through Chit. And I got this email from Chit being like, we have this new partnership with Trexity for pickups, because they technically already, like, you can schedule pickups with Canpar, but everything has to be consolidated into boxes and it's so expensive. And so this Trexity thing looks like it should possibly be more affordable, although I looked into the pricing. It's going to cost me $15 per delivery, and then I think it's an extra $2 for each label you have to print. So like if I have 4 bags of boxes, it's like $15 for the first one, then $2 for each one after, I think. So as far as a pickup goes, that is expensive because I get free pickups through Canada Post. And if you have a paid pickup through Canada Post, it's $4.25. So this feels a lot higher, but it's much better than driving all the way to Chit and all the way back, because that would take over an hour out of my day. So I think the $15+ would be worth it to save the time. Now, I don't think they can do really big pickups though. Like if I had a big shop update, I maybe would have to schedule multiple per day, because everything has to fit in a standard sedan, because they probably just contract people to drive out with their cars and grab your packages. So it has to be small. But I suppose during like the real big shop updates, I could just send Christian in that case to go drop them off. That might be more cost effective than booking several pickups in one day. Just send him out. But I at least want to try a pickup today. Here's the thing though. Trek City's like, we're partnering with Chit Chats, and Chit Chats is like, we're partnering with Trek City, but I can't find anything to actually indicate that they're in a partnership together other than their own posts about it. But like, I go to Trek City, I sign up, there's nothing about Chit Chats. Because you'd think maybe there's a discount for Chit Chats customers, or maybe there's some kind of integration. Like maybe you can book a Trek City pickup from the Chit Chats website, or maybe on Trek City there's something like pick a Chit Chats location, or like there's nothing like that. There's no actual integrating of the two companies. You just go and book a Trek City pickup as you normally would, even without a Chit Chats partnership. Like, what's the point of the partnership? I can't figure it out. So I've emailed both of them being like, how am I supposed to do this? Because like, sure, I could book a Trek City pickup and just give the Chit Chats address, but I don't feel like that's right. That's not, like, how is that a partnership? Oh. There's got to be some extra feature or perk, otherwise what's the point? But still, even if there is no proper integration between the two companies, it's still much cheaper than a Canpar pickup. And it says I can put the packages in bags. Oh, yes, because that's what I use currently. Because if I were to get really big boxes to put my boxes into, that would be so expensive, because boxes just are expensive in general. And to get big boxes, they're probably going to cost like $5 to $10 per box, and then I have multiple boxes, and that's on top of the pickup cost. Oh, so I need my little trash bags to put them all into. So this Trek City thing does seem like a viable pickup option for this, which is nice. It'd be nice if eventually Chit Chats implements their own pickup system. They probably just don't have the infrastructure for that, but I feel like if you have maybe a certain number of parcels, like let's say you need 30 parcels all in one pickup to qualify for a Chit Chats pickup, that would be nice. Anyway, I need to work on the coloring book today, but I need to get the orders out first. The coloring book, I'm like not making enough progress. I thought maybe I would get some done on the weekend, but Saturday I was cleaning the house and preparing because we were having friends over, and we were going to have a fire outside, but it was pouring rain. The one day it rains. So we ended up just like going out for supper and playing some games here, and we just roasted our marshmallows over the stovetop instead of over a fire to make s'mores. And yesterday I was setting up all the Chit Chat stuff because like I needed to find all the manufacturers for different products. Like every different garment made in a different country, I need to find like what's the address of the factory, and then build out a spreadsheet for all 1,300 SKUs I have that has all the information for Chit Chats. Because I build out a similar spreadsheet for ShipStation, I needed to build out the spreadsheet for Chit Chats, and then I would get an error for like the formatting and try to fix it. This can only be 35 characters long. Okay, fix that. Okay, but now only this can be 35 characters. That's what I spent my day doing yesterday, but it's set up, so hopefully it all goes well. I'm nervous to buy the labels in Chit Chats. Everything has changed so much with the tariffs and whatnot, and I did ship some packages earlier in the year with them, but that was before the removal of the de minimis, but they were still charging tariffs. But back then Chit Chats was just charging a flat rate regardless of country of origin. I think they have it a little more figured out now. And I was also uploading KUSMA certification stuff, so hopefully it's good. I've got US shipping back open. Sadly, it's not through the Canada Post Zonos ShipStation integration, which is now in effect. But now there's the strike. So we're going Chit Chats. It's a whole thing. So let me see how many orders I have. First it said 10. I was like, okay, that's not too many. And then it updates 24. Oh! Some of these might not require shipping though. I can already see a few where it's digital downloads only. Looks like we have 4 that don't require shipping. So we'll have 20 orders to pack. Who's we? I guess you're kind of there watching me. And then I'm aiming to have the next shop update super early November. As close to November 1st as possible. What day of the week is that? A Saturday? But I need this coloring book done like this week, and I think that's physically impossible because I need to order a sample in, and if I get a rush shipping on that, hopefully get the sample quick, and then if I like it, I can bulk order the books. It's just so frustrating. Like when I was doing the bookkeeping this morning, the invoice I paid for the Forest Cuddles notepads, that was in mid-June. In mid-June, I ordered those notepads, and it's now October, and I still haven't released them or anything else that was supposed to drop with them. And it's the holiday season, so like I can't delay much longer. Like, you don't want to drop anything for the holidays any later than November 1st if you can help it, because you want to make sure everyone's for sure getting everything before the holiday season, and people like to shop early. So even though I don't have like Christmas or winter themed stuff, people are still buying gifts for Christmas and other holidays. So I need to get this stuff out, and it's just been a long time. Stuff's been sitting here. I need to get it out. Are you being a little cutie patootie? She's been extra cuddly lately, maybe because she likes the new chair. She can just sit on the armrest and do this, or she'll sit in my lap and just have her front paws up on my arm. I was doing a lot of my spreadsheet stuff this morning one-handed because there was a little baby in my lap. Yeah. She says it's autumn. It's the season for cuddles. Cuddling and keeping warm. I must get up now though, Kiki. I'm going to pack the orders first just to get those out of the way and see what it's like scheduling the pickup. I don't know if I'll be able to book one for today or if it'll have to be for tomorrow. We'll see. Just try it all out. See how it goes. You're so good. I don't know how many of these I'm actually going to be able to pack because a lot of them have apparel in them. And Christian has not been working on any embroidery yet today. He's been heat pressing. Probably should have been embroidering, but neither of us thought of it. So he's going to finish up heat pressing what he's working on now and then switch to embroidery. But because of that, I think I will just hold off and do the Trek City pickup tomorrow. It looks like he's got about 12 zips to do, and those take a long time. It's like a bunch of embroidery on both sleeves. And then there's other stuff too, other sweatshirts and t-shirts. So, now, sadly, Chit Chats does not integrate with ShipStation. They do in the sense that if you have a ShipStation store, you can import those orders into Chit Chats. But I want to be able to purchase Chit Chats labels in ShipStation, and that you cannot do. But I'm still using ShipStation just to scan to make sure I'm grabbing the correct items. Then I can switch tabs over to Chit Chats to purchase the labels. Okay, everything's coming up with the manufacturer ID, which is generated based on the shipping address. It's got HS code and value. Perfect. And the declared value is the pre-tariff value because I'm working in the tariff pricing into the product pricing for American customers. So no price increase in other countries, but there is for the US, but that way it's all included and I'll pay the tariffs on your behalf so you don't have an extra tariff bill at checkout and you don't get an extra tariff bill later upon delivery. It's all handled to keep it streamlined for you. But I don't have the option to do that internationally at the moment. So for international, it's still tariffs due upon delivery. So let's grab Amy's order. Wait, is there any apparel in here? Oh yeah, there is. Skip! Same with Jamie's. Anne has apparel. Uh-oh, what if they all do? Maybe I won't be packing much today. Okay, Layla's getting a sketchbook. We can do that one. And it's going to the US. Okay, so Halloween Cats, blank cream. I actually have none on my shelf. I need to grab some. And that reminds me, I need to switch over my packing tape. It would be nice to use up the last of this because this is the last roll, but 'tis the season for Halloween Cats. Oh yeah, and for freebie stickers, we're out of the kitty one. I've got a couple here just in case someone who purchased one, their order goes missing and I need to replace. But other than that, we're out of these freebies. So I'll switch to the new one. Paint splotch. I did not think I was going to run out of the other ones, but I think having that sale just really boosted my orders for last month. And so we got through those. Ha. So I do have to enter the weight manually. ShipStation will just take the weight directly from the scale, but in Chit Chats, we don't have that perk. I'm just checking it's calculated the tariff correctly. It's charging a 50% tariff instead of 30%. Let me just look again because When I was getting duty rates from the Zonos dashboard, Chinese stuff, all of it was 30% for my products, but there was like a postal rate and a commercial rate. And so if you ship through the postal service, it was one tariff rate, and then it was a higher rate for commercial. And I think maybe Chit Chats is using the higher rate. That's actually going to be a big problem because now I've been undercharging for the tariffs. It's just yet another win for the postal service, okay? Because one, no brokerage fees. Two, the duty rate is lower. Yeah, so postal, it's 30%. Commercial, 55%. That exactly is 55%. Okay, so a 55% tariff on the sketchbooks? This could actually derail everything. Like, I'm going to have to take the hit on the 20 orders I'm shipping out now. I mean, they're not all US orders, but I think most of them are. I might have to turn US shipping back off. And then, what am I doing for the shop update, though, if the Canada Post strike is still on? I might have to wait for the strike to end. And I spent forever, too, like, adjusting the tariff value for individual products, because some products are tariff-free, some have a lower tariff, some have a higher tariff, so I was, like, adjusting all the prices. And I don't want to have to adjust them again to match the Chit Chats rate and then change them back to the postal rates after. This actually sucks big time. That's just so stupid. Ship it through Canada Post, it's 30% tariff. Ship it through Chit Chats, it's 55%. Plus, like, the fees associated. There's a $1.88 customs processing fee, and then this broker line item. Those combined add $2. That's about on par with Zonos, so that's pretty normal, I guess. So in total, $42.54 to ship this package. At least for most orders, I shouldn't lose money. I should still be making some profit, just making less. But there's no way I can move forward with Chit Chats for the big shop update now. Unless, like I said, I increase the tariff pricing on all the items. Yeah, I'm going to go disable US shipping right now. Then I'll get back to this. Okay, so here's the plan right now. I've just shut off US shipping again. I'm going to wait and see how things go with the strike for the rest of the month, because I still would like that November 1st-ish release date. So if the strike is still happening by then, I might just suck it up and change all the pricing again to have the higher tariff value that Chit Chats charges. I'm avoiding doing that for now just because I spent so long calculating and inputting the numbers for what they are now, so I don't want to have to do that again twice, like once to the Chit Chats rates, then back to the Canada Post rates. So I'm just turning US shipping off for now and holding out, see what happens, but I will update it to the higher tariff value if it comes to that, if the strike is still happening by the end of the month, just because I cannot delay the shop update. And like, I probably wouldn't have gotten many orders this month anyway from the US, or just in general from anyone. I'm probably not going to get that many because people are waiting for the new stuff to drop. So, like, I don't think it's hurting me that bad to have US shipping off. It's hurting all around, obviously, because most of my orders go to the US. But for this month in particular, it would have been a very slow month for me anyway, so it's tempting to just shut the shop down altogether now, though, because is it worth these Chit Chats pickups or worth driving them there if I only have a couple to send out? Even if I just send out orders once a week, I might only have one or two, because typically I get them sent out twice a week. But we might have to adjust during this slow period. Oh, this has just been so annoying and has impacted my business a lot. It's just frustrating all around. Like, for this past business year, I had just one big shop update, which was the stationery collection. Everything else has just been kind of little small things, and this was supposed to be the second biggish one, but now the business year has lapsed. So, not only that, the holiday season's now being affected with everything. This is supposed to be like the busiest time of the year for shops, and everything's just dead right now in my shop because I haven't released anything new in so long, and because I've had the US shipping off for over a month. It was open for like 3 days and I had to shut it down again. But it is what it is. You just gotta roll with the punches. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep going, and it'll pay off in the long run, I think. Like, things will get back to normal eventually. Who ordered this? Alright, you can stay in there. I'll just fold some new ones. I have to open this back up because I didn't put a country of origin sticker on it. Like, the sketchbook itself needs a country of origin sticker. I need to make some stickers before I can keep packing. Now, I only have to do these country of origin stickers when shipping through Chit Chats, so I only need them for the orders I'm going to be packing up this week. This is a custom stamp thing where you can put in all the letters. So it would be fun to make a Made in Canada one so I can stamp the backs of notepads. I don't know if that's necessary because I would still need to make Made in Canada stickers for other products, and so I might as well use a sticker for everything, but I think it'd be fun to get another use out of this stamp. I used it for the advent calendars just because they fit tightly into their shipping boxes. So it said, please open carefully, no knife. Although, you know, people can use a knife if they want. It was just a warning, don't cut into your advent calendar. So I haven't used it since then. And then for the remaining stickers, I could use my Cricut. I could also use my label printer and print off multiples per label and just cut them. That's what I'm leaning towards now. It seems like maybe the quickest way to do it. I'll need to make stickers for Made in Canada, Made in USA, and Made in China. The apparel has a ton of different country of origins, but it's on the tag of the clothing, so I think that's fine. It's good to go. What's this? Care to explain, Kiki? I know it was you. You're the barcode eater. I think I just turned on the PS4 by resting my hand up here. Okay, well. Whee! I whipped this out on Friday's stream to play some Bloodborne with my sister. So I've printed off mostly Made in Canada strips, because a lot of the small stuff like stickers, bookmarks, prints, all that's Made in Canada. And then we got some Made in China. Only a little bit of Made in the USA, because the only stuff that applies to is the sticky notes, which I thought was Made in Canada when I ordered it, but it shipped from the US. I still want to do this stamp though. These letters are juicy. Let's lock this actually. There we go. Ah! Okay. Ah! It unlocked. I think that's as far as I could get with the existing letters. We gotta grab some clean ones now. Huh. Oh, the D's are down here. I was like, why does it go A, B, C, E? D. Wait. I need the D backwards. Same with the E. I applied the E the correct way. I need to apply it backwards. Wait, I'm doing the whole thing back. I'm doing the whole thing the wrong way. Okay. Now it says Made in Canada. Or so I think. Let's test it. Let's use this human body model assembly sheet. Oh. I was like, I've done it backwards. What is my brain today? It's correct. And yeah, at the top, it has the old message in there, but that's okay. Whee! Whee! Is that too big though? Now that I see it stamped, it's really big compared to the labels I made. Maybe it's too obnoxious. But it'll blend in better to the card on the back of the notepads. Made in Canada. So it's bigger lettering, but kind of blends in versus a bright white sticker. Not that it really matters. I just like the idea of getting more use out of this stamp. Oh. I was gonna put the rest of the letters back. Oh, they're put back. Then for these, I figured I could cut them to keep them on the backing. So they're cut, yet attached. This one's ripped off already. That would be a little trickier to leave it intact. It's hanging on by a thread. Oh, I thought I would be done packing orders by now, and I haven't even really started. Yay. So for the kitties, I suppose I could just put it right by the label. Right by the existing sticker. Yeah. Now Samantha's getting a Lunamoth weekly planner pad. So get the stamp. Now does like the freebie sticker matter? Do I need a label on that? Because that's not part of the merchandise and is not part of the declared value. Edgar's getting the Lunamoth cream, Forest Cuddles bookmark, and brown stationery pencil pouch. And there are happy birthday wishes on the note. Thanks, Edgar. Okay, we're setting that one aside for now because I signed it in Posca and it's taking forever to dry. So let's skip ahead to Abigail's order, which is the last one I can do. I did pack a mouse pad for Darnell just now off camera and then realized this is the last one I can do. So the rest all have apparel. Video game, notepad, strawberry blank white, sketchbook, and Floral Cat's planner pad. So made in Canada stamp on those, and then made in China sticker on this one. Don't tell me I'm out of the box size I need. It's a little too thick for the 1-inch box, so it's gonna need the 2-inch. I don't think I have any down here. I'm gonna check the garage. Oh, we did have some. We have 1 stack left. I gotta order some more. And the packaging company takes a couple weeks for stuff to get here, so I'll order now. Okay, back to Edgar's. We need the Made in China for the sketchbook and the pencil pouch. And bookmark made in Canada. Those little stringy ones did fall apart. So I got 5 orders packed. The rest all have apparel, so I'll pack those ones up tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for your orders. And if you missed the small window US shipping was open, I'm sorry. I did mention it in the last vlog. But yeah, it's back off for now, so... It is so sunny out. This room is warming up so much. It was 0 degrees out when I woke up. And now, look. Look at the sparkles. Ah! Okay, I just checked the current temperature. It's 13 degrees only, but it's hotter than that in this room, let me tell ya. Well, I can't quite tell ya because my thermometer died. It needs a new battery. Midna wants a piece of that chair. She just jumped up. Kiki's not having it. Oh. She says I was here first, Midna. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh no, she bullied Kiki out. That's my briefcase, by the way. Briefcase for hauling around the Mobile Studio Pro, keyboard, pen, glove. And then I've always got my water bottle, my phone, my earbuds. You know, I'm always hauling a lot of stuff up. So, yeah, I got my briefcase. Hop in, Kiki. Can't leave you down here either. See, look, there's room for the both of you up there. Oh, poor Tinky Toot. Eh, she found a new place to chill. Off we go. Righto. Well, I'm gonna work on my coloring book. Wait a minute. I need that chair. Here's your little baby. Eye to eye. Now Midna's gotta go see what all the hype was about. Uh-oh, turf war. Kiki has left. Midna can rest in peace. But alive in peace. Okay, we're doing tulip bun. This is the one that was corrupt in Procreate. It was just a bunch of smudges. But we can open it in Photoshop and outline it properly. There are spots like this where I just had the color fade, but it needs to be hard edges for the coloring book. What I might do is just extend the leaf to overlap with the flower. Well, it's better, but maybe the flower also has to move over because it's just still awkward. Where are the lines going? Over here, it just disappears behind the flower. Okay, that's the new look. So another thing with this one is how to portray the little faded, almost non-existent tulips, because without them it feels a little empty in spots. So I did add them in. They're simple, they don't have all the detail of the other flowers, and I'm not used to seeing the bunny face without all the shading and stuff, because we've got the light areas around the eyes and the nose. It helps add dimension and stuff, so without that it feels so flat. Oh, but still so cute. That was a nice, quick, simple one compared to the detailed ones I did for the last couple illustrations. Okay, we need to fix this clock. It's showing the wrong time, and I keep thinking it's earlier than it actually is. Okay, I found it. It was set to Pacific time from when I lived in Vancouver. We gotta change it to Mountain. This is gonna be my next victim, because it's another easy one. Here's as far as I got. I'm gonna go make some supper, and then I'll be back to work on this some more. I might stay down here a little longer, and then I'm going to move this operation upstairs, because that's the whole point of using this, is that it's portable. Otherwise I would just be working over at that Cintiq over there. But I want to be able to just take this to any room to work on it. And do Control S. I'm so used to Procreate saving every single stroke that I'm like, okay, I gotta save once in a while. Maybe I should set up autosave. Oh my gosh, the twinkle coming through though. The twinkle of the lights. Oh. We're gonna do chicken tacos. Christian deboned a chicken. And we have some leftover stuff from when we did tacos last week. Superstore often has these freebies where you spend a certain amount of money, you get some free stuff. So there was a big taco kit as well as additional shells. There already are some in the kit, but there was more, and this rice, some packets like this, and other stuff too. It was a lot of stuff. And so we've done tacos once. We're doing it again. The rice I might save as a side dish for something else. So yeah, last week was beef tacos. This week, chicken tacos. Okay, here's the spread. I fried up some pepper. Would have been really good with yellow onion fried with it, but that's okay. We don't have any. We do have green onion though. We're skipping the salsa because there's a lot of other stuff on here. Ooh. Wow. The tacos were delicious. We watched a little bit of Love is Blind while eating because we were partway through an episode, so we finished it off. And I'm back down here working on this. I did the background part, but I just don't know if I should leave it in or not. It feels like a lot, and I reduced the opacity of the background to 30%. I've been avoiding using gray in this, but for some pieces it might just work better to have some of the detail that way, or we just leave this out altogether, because like, is this better than the gray lines? Is it just too busy? Because yeah, in the original it's this watercolor splotchy look. So maybe it's best to leave it like that. I could even add a few bubbles around it. I don't know how much I want to change the original, but I could fill some of the white space with bubbles. Yeah, that's cute. And another one done. Yes, that's 3. It's 9 o'clock. I think I'm gonna stop for the night. I'm gonna wash it for bed and just read until I fall asleep. And it's now Tuesday the 7th. It's our 8-year wedding anniversary. So I'm not going to do my evening game stream, but I do plan to stream this afternoon. I'll be working on the coloring book. But before that, I need to pack some orders. So I'm going to overlay some order packing footage while I chat, just so you have something to look at. So this morning I was working on my 1 hour of bookkeeping. And in the meantime, Christian was getting my winter tires put on, because you should get them put on around Thanksgiving. And it's Thanksgiving this coming weekend. So yeah, was getting those put on. I'm doing my bookkeeping, and then he gets back and lets me know there's an issue. One of the tires has a hole in it, and it's like the inner wall of the tire has a hole, so it's not fixable, so we'd have to get a new tire. But you can't just change out one tire. You bare minimum have to swap out 2 tires, like both front or both back, depending which one has the hole. And it's recommended they'll just get all new tires. And so we're getting all new tires. These tires are almost 10 years old, but they don't have that much mileage on them. Like, they're in good shape, but you know, because I don't drive that much. I work from home. Like, my car has 50,000 kilometers on it, and then that would have been split across 2 different tire sets, the winter and summer set. And then I was looking if I could just get all weather tires. Not all season. All season means summer tires. All weather, but that's only for mild winter conditions, and winter's more than mild here, especially like going to Saskatchewan for Christmas and stuff. I was like, I'm probably better off just getting proper winter tires, which is what I had before. So I was looking into where I can get that, because right now we have 3 winter tires on and a donut. And I was like, Christian, this is a problem because we're driving for Thanksgiving this weekend, driving to go visit family on the highway. He's like, we can take the donut on the highway. And I was like, no, we can't. Meanwhile, there's a big yellow sticker on the rim. It says maximum 80 kilometers per hour. And the speed limit on the highway is 110. And we go closer to 120. So then I'm looking at where I can get a new set of tires, because I always thought I would get them from Costco. And sure enough, they had a great price on some tires. And they do free installation of the tires. But it takes up to 10 days for the tires to come in, because they don't just have tires in stock. You have to order them in first. And then I was looking into Cal Tire. Of course, it's more expensive, and they don't put them on for free, which is stupid. If you buy them from them, you'd think they would like give you a little perk, but whatever. So I'm like, okay, it would be $300 more to get tires from Cal Tire, but we could get in as early as Friday. So we could get an early morning appointment and then leave later the same day. But it's $300 more. So I was like, well, let's look into how much it would cost to get a rental car, because if it's $300 or less, then maybe just do the rental. I don't know. It kind of equals out to the same thing. We just looked into it to see, but it was going to be over $300 before taxes and insurance and stuff. So I was like, okay, fine. We'll do the Cal Tire tires instead of the Costco ones. Hopefully they're good tires. It's like a different brand and stuff. So I don't know. So I was scrambling this morning looking into all the tire stuff, and so I got that done. And then I drove to the bank to get a mortgage transaction history, because you can't get that online, which is so stupid, at least not through TD. You can only download yearly statements, so I can access last year's statement, but that's it. But I need it for my business taxes, which runs October through September. Because I got my spreadsheet that shows the monthly breakdown, how much I paid in principal each month and how much I paid in interest each month. Because I work from home, some of the interest can be written off as a business expense. That doesn't mean it for free. It means I don't pay tax. Like, it reduces the business's taxable income, basically. I mean, surely that would go towards shareholder loan. Because, like, me as a person, I pay the mortgage, but the business is benefiting from that, so the business owes me money for stuff like that. I don't know how it works, but my accountant handles it all. Basically, I need that breakdown of how much interest was paid. So I went and got that printed off. And now I'm back. And it's now 11 o'clock already. And I'm hungry, so I'm probably going to eat. Then get to packing those orders, the remainder, as much as I can. Christian's still embroidering. So I'll do as much as I can, and then I can do my coloring book stream. And then I'll have to get back to packing orders at some point and book that Trek City pickup. And it's now just after 5 o'clock. I was live streaming, working on the coloring book, so I got this one done. Here it is without the illustration behind it. And then I got started on the meeting. This is how far I got. And it was all the middle stuff that actually took the longest. As soon as I got to the border, it was speedy, because there's so many little details, little circles and stuff in that one. But yeah, it's coming along. And I'm going to keep working on this, if possible. It is our anniversary. I'm probably going to order in supper, maybe, or leftovers. Not sure. Either way, I'm just going to go upstairs. Chill alongside Chit. But yeah, the pickup, the Chit Chat's pickup with Trek City went well. I had a label to print off to stick on the bag, so I did that. Well, there's a label and a packing slip, and I just stuck both to the outside. You'd think a packing slip goes inside, but I wasn't sure, so I just taped it to the bag. And I had to enter a lot of details, like I had to manually put in the Chit Chat's address, which I expected, but then they also want like Chit Chat's email, Chit Chat's phone number, and I'm like, oh, okay. There's a bunch of stuff to fill out, but I'm hoping that the next time I do it, like maybe you can just select from like a list of recipients, so maybe the next time I don't have to put all that information in. I'm assuming there's a way to do that. And yeah, it was $15, and they gave me a 2-hour window that they were going to show up in. And they showed up. The guy just scans the barcode that's on the label, and then he took it. Oh yeah, I should see and make sure it actually made it, because they're supposed to do like a photo for the delivery. Well, I got an email saying it was delivered. Let me log in to Trek City real quick, see if there's a photo. Just because I'm giving you guys my review, my first impressions of this service. We need to be thorough here. Yeah, I'm not seeing a photo anywhere, even on Trek City. Maybe I just can't figure it out. Not sure, but when I go to Chit Chats, my shipments show as being received by Chit Chats. So that's my confirmation that they made it there. So I'll probably use that again tomorrow for the remaining shipments, unless I want to drive there on my little car donut tire. I mean, it's not even that small. It looks pretty close to a regular size tire. Like when I picture a donut, I picture a tiny little baby. Probably because I'm picturing something from a movie where they probably replace a tire with a little tiny donut. This is a more hefty tire, but it's still limited, only 80 kilometers per hour. Anyway. I'm ending the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.